So, you tell me which is more predictable? The fact that I've made more signings, or the fact that we have a perfect record in the league? Don't call me arrogant. I think I am a special one. Hello, my name's Damien, I am the Trucking Football Manager, and welcome back to the Clarets, to Glacis United. We are, what, 5-6 games in, something like that? We've got the two big ones now. Let's not mess around. We've played some easy games, but we've won them all. Every one of them. I am the special one. As you can see here, why is this all funky again? Right, auto size all columns. Nope, that's as funky as it's going to get. Right, never mind. You saw us play Europa Point. Lions at home, we beat 2-1. Harrison Heath and Finley Cawthorne scored our goals for Vinyas Cruz. Pulled one back for them. Never really in any danger. Magpies away, solid 3-0. Again, I keep saying the home away thing. We've only got one away game all season, and it's down here. Johnson with a brace and Jack Wells Morrison with another. College 75, we beat 2-1 at home. This is a big win. Galliano got an early penalty for them. Joe Ridley, you haven't met him yet, went up the other end and scored. And Niall Serra won it for us at the end. And Mons Calpe away, a 4-0 win with Sam Hart, Finley Cawthorne, Ethan Santos and Niall Serra with the 4 goals. Which means we are top of the league, so we are top of the league. Yeah, we've got... I mean, College 75 haven't started this season. I don't know why. They've been shocking. We're playing St. Joseph's, who are good, and Lincoln, who are great. We don't expect to get any points out of this episode. But never mind. Transfers-wise, we have brought in, as I alluded to, Joe Ridley, who's already scored 1. He's actually scored 2. No, he keeps getting called offside. But he thinks he's a left winger. He's not. He's a centre forward. Simple as that. Composure could be better. Well, a lot could be better. Let's not mess around. A lot of this player could be better than it is. But he's okay for the standard that we're playing at. He's from Gateshead. We paid nothing, surprisingly. Gateshead, who haven't played him yet this season, or indeed last season, looking at those numbers. He may have been unattached. I don't remember. Oh, he must have been unattached because we signed him off of a transfer window shirt. So he was at Gateshead last year and didn't play. And if the National League North side don't want him, that's a bit of a worry. The other sort of player we signed is Greg Simpson, English left winger, who's got very similar stats, if we're being honest. Pace is exactly the same. Determination's good. Bravery's good. First touch isn't bad. Could do with some more technical ability beyond the ability to touch first times. Would prefer not to play for Plymouth. Get out of my club. Well, he's an Argyle youngster who went for free to Cinderford. Again, we found the level, I think. I don't have the first clue where Cinderford play. The Southern League Division 1 South. Local rivals are Gloucester, Lydney, Evesham, Merthyr, Hereford, Cirencester, Chepstow, Newport, Cheltenham and Forest Green. Well, I've heard of 3 of those clubs. Well, I've heard of 4 of those clubs. Sounds like the destination board at Bristol Parkway Station, if we're being honest, but never mind. Those are the 2 we've signed in. We've also agreed to sign 3 more, all from Lincoln. They'll come in January. I'll introduce you to them then, but they all look okay. Ben Allison, apart from his hairstyle, we don't like his hairstyle. No point looking at him now because obviously, right now we know what the scout thinks they're going to be. At this level, that's probably very different to what they're actually going to be. Competitions-wise, we are played 5-1-5 plus 10 goal difference. Europa are behind us, played 4-1-4 plus 20 goal difference. So we're looking forward to meeting them. What? Lincoln behind them, we're only 9 goals behind them. So we are ahead because we false started, essentially, but nothing more than that. We will not be top of the league for much longer, especially not if we lose St. Joseph's. But once again, College, 1 point this season. That's terrifyingly bad. St. Joseph's, only 3 points this season. Those are 2 big names, and they've completely fallen flat out of the gate. At the minute, we're avoiding finishing bottom of the league. Well, we're doing the opposite of that. We're on course to finish top of the league. We're not Europa's European season is going worse. They got a draw against Tobel away. Tobel Kostanay of somewhere. Kazakhstan, there you go. A 1-1 draw away in Kazakhstan. But apart from that, they've lost 3-1 to Verona, 3-0 to Verona, and 4-1 to Jagiellonian. And obviously finishing third in the Conference League means absolutely nothing. So they need to go to Jagiellonian and beat them by... Where are they? Where's that fixture gone? By 5 goals to 1 or better to get through. Seems unlikely. So they're not the team they were when we left, clearly. I am the special one. I don't think there's anything else to tell you, so we'll go straight ahead. We have actually kicked out a few players. I will very, very briefly show you the players we've thrown away. Released players. There we go. Since October, Omar Salah, Mel Gardner. Feel free to pause. Reece Brown, John Bailey, Tom Edwards, Jorge Avellano, Kalen Livingston, Jonathan Tompkins, Leroy Marquez, Jose Carlos, Julian Brinkman, Stefan Burrell. I nearly didn't, bless him. But he's 30 now. He's not going to get any better. He even shares a birthday with me, apart from the whole year 2000 thing. And Evan Busto. These are the players that we've released. Stefan Burrell in particular. I mean, remember him? Hound Dogs boy. Had a great season for Hound Dogs. Came with us to college. Had a reasonably good season there. But he's not good enough anymore. Arguably, he wasn't good enough then. But he was fun, wasn't he? Oh, he was a favourite. But he's been released as well. Those are the players that are gone. The reason I have thrown away so many players, normally, especially since I don't believe any of them are on a wage, it's not to save wage budget or anything like that. The simple fact is that the under-23 squad currently looks like this. And if we're going to have all those players, like, okay, some of them are from the first team. But even so, the first team looks like this. That's too many players. There's no point having that many players in the club. They're not all going to play. We've only got 2 teams, and they only play once a week each. We only need, 30 players a week at the absolute outside? We need 28. 11 plus 3 subs for 2 different fixtures. So, we need to get rid of some of this deadwood, because it's clogging up younger players getting a chance. I reckon this lad, for example, Richie Parks right here, he's got a chance of being a footballer one day, if he grows up right. Oh, he looks like Terrell Beckwith, look. But I don't reckon he's getting in the side. In fact, he's not. He's got 2 appearances, 1 off the bench. He's not getting in the side. He's not going to develop. And I bet that position is going to someone like Burrell, who's never going to develop. Anyway, that's enough yammering. That's 7.5 minutes of your life you'll never get back. So Victor is in goal with Hart, Annesley, Serra, and Yo as the fullbacks. Fullbacks? What? Backline. Wells, Morrison, and Heath in the middle. Johnson, Simpson, Ridley, and Cawthorne of the front 4. St. Joseph's are a challenge any other day, but I don't know if today is that day. The signing Cabazetto, by the way, who I thought was a really good signing, it turns out really isn't. He's actually not quite as good as Danny Adams, our 16-year-old trainee. His determination's gone a bit to poo. So Danny Adams is sitting on the bench, and Cabazetto, who's not on a wage, again, might get sacked so that Danny Adams can play more. I haven't decided yet. I feel bad signing a player and then sacking him 2 months later, but, this is me. Danny Adams, the goalkeeper, needs a squad number. Goalkeeper squad number is number 40 available. No, it's not. 30 it is then. Matt Wilkinson wants 5. Good luck with that, champ. How about 25? That's like 20 times better. Or 5 times better, depending on how you think about it. Or it's just 20 better. Pick up where you left off, make the difference, be the miracle, and go, go, go. Am I encouraged? Well, yes. Glasses were good. Good. So, Hopper is suspended. What a shame. Go! Play some football, y'all! I just noticed that the St. Joseph's keeper came out with 30 on his back, and I thought, did I just select that 16-year-old by mistake? I didn't. Yo to Cawthorne. Cawthorne sends it forward towards Ridley. Ridley has been good. The only problem is that the... I've told you about the team... Oh, Wells Morrison heads it just over the top. I told you a long time ago, but the team selection, as far as I can tell, selects the best players it possibly can from top to bottom of the sheet, if that makes sense. So when it gets, it picks a team that's not matching the squad registration rules and gets down to the final striker position and goes, well, it has to be a Gibraltarian now. And it picks the lad I've got in on loan from Europa, who's not as good. And I think what that is because it's better to pick a Gibraltarian midfielder and do some stuff. Because you can pick the side better than what the automatic thing is doing. Because I quite often will allow it to do that and then swap it back. Well held by Victor right on the line. Let's chuck a bit of encouragement out there. We do look slightly better than them. The basic point is that when I hit quick select and then go back to fix it, I'm missing Ridley because it's picked. What is his name? Is it? That's not Hobbs. He's the left back. I can't remember his name. But like I say, I don't think that guy's definitely not better. It's just that it picks him because he meets the squad registration rules. That was a long-winded way of explaining something that probably didn't make a lot of sense, but we're going with it. I'm not going to double down. Hard to take the corner. Drives it in deep. It's headed away well. Annesley will pick it up. Simpson's drifting wide. Hart still wide the other side, and this is he. Serra. Back to Hart again. Serra again. Early cross in. Ridley's in space and taps it into the empty net. He's onside and we're 1-0 up. And this isn't a bad sign. It is a bad sign. No, that's good. It's what it is the manager is a tactical genius. What it is, actually, is that I suspect I'm just using a massively OP tactic. Simple as that, really. I'm not going to change it now. I'm not. This is as difficult enough challenge as it is. If I found a tactic that works really, really well, then I'm going to use it. So, as my son would say. Heath fires a long ball forward, and Cawthorne's got some chasing to do. The one problem that I'm noticing a lot with this squad is that some of the key positions where we have very good players, those players are 34. Like our left back, I think it is 34. That's pinged back to the keeper by Stevens. We're not closing him down. Why aren't we closing him down? Get to him. Go on, Ridley. On you go. Good boy. Lifted away. Left back to Hart, the 34-year-old Hart, who staggers forward. Ball's forward into the area towards Ridley. Beautiful ball. Keeper goes down early. Ridley tucks it round him. And Joe Ridley gets his third of the season. What an inspired signing. The manager is a genius. I'm going to keep doing it. And yes, you can say in the comments as much as you like, but I'm lucky and or stupid and or don't make the right substitutions and or have no tactical knowledge whatsoever. But hey, I have found a one-size-fits-all tactic that has been absolutely fine. It's a complete fluke, and that makes me a tactical genius. That's how it works. Pause it up. Let's get rid of the left winger who's not very happy. Simpson for, let's put Jake Brooks out there. Who is that striker? Oh, it's Harry Johnson playing him at right wing. That's why I couldn't find him. Which, again, is another solution, because it will put him there and then drop Ridley out the side, which I'm definitely not doing now, by the way. Everyone else is happy, so carry on. 65th minute. We're looking fine. Chuck a bit of praise out there. 2-0 up on St. Joseph's. And I think we've now secured top half finish. Which in many ways is a bad thing, because obviously if we can finish in the bottom half, then win that bottom half, we get a massive cash boost. And realistically, this side isn't going to get into a European group stage for a long time. So, Hart, the 34-year-old, intercepts well. Ridley's on the run. This is him there. Brooks probably could have been a bit further forward than that. Is that Neil Trotman still? It can't be, can it? It can't be. Big ball over, and Harry Johnson heads over the top. If that is Neil Trotman, I will feel very bad about being happy about this fixture. Luke Trotman. Is that who I'm thinking of? No. That's alright then. That's not. No, I was thinking of Neil Trotman, who once came into my dry cleaning store a lot of years ago. The random fact for you. Break across it in. I mean, he must be 45 by now in this game. Gregor Walker with a strong header, and it is 2-1 with 12 to go. It's far from over. Annesley's looking tired at centre-half, and I don't really want to change him. But he's the one who's lost out there. Hart, bless him, standing on the post. If he just jumped, but he's getting old. Jumping's hard. So we're going to leave it, basically. Heath back to Yo. Heath to Johnson. Back to Heath again. This one's Wells Morrison. First time to Cawthorne. First time to Ridley, who hits one for his hat-trick. Doesn't quite find its way in. Brooks stops it on the line, but Trotman hacks it out for a throw-in. There's 3 to play. I think it's time for some emergency substitutions. So Harry Johnson. Nope, can't do that. We don't have any right wingers. Harry Johnson up front. Finley Cawthorne off. No, you see, you haven't got any right wingers. Just take Finley Cawthorne off and put Dominic Hawkins on. That's a good boy. Confirm sub. Press play. Hart's going to take a long throw-in. I don't think he's going to get there, but we'll try. No one's come short for him, which is a bit of a worry. And yeah, it just falls short. Hart wins it back again, though. Jones to Hart again. Crosses it in right-footed and it's headed away. Heath will pick it up on the edge of the area. Wells Morrison. Hart's in the overlap. Oh, poor ball. Very poor ball. But it ends the highlight. We made the sub yet? I think we have. So we'll make another one. We will bring in Ethan Hobson in the middle for Jack Wells Morrison. Just time waste for the life out of this game. And we have beaten St. Johnston? I don't think we're at that standard yet. We've beaten St. Joseph's, though, so that's good. Outstanding. Very well won. Now we've got Lincoln. Let's see if we can beat them. We never lack belief. Never. We're top of the league, by the way. We've got a Euro qualifying group stage draw tomorrow, so we're going to go to that. That's our 7th straight win, by the way. I am the special one. Greg Simpson's been fined half a week's wages. That's fine. Let's get us to that draw. No response to the scout event. Not a single person wants to be a scout for Glacis United. Bit of a worry, isn't it? FIFA men's best player. You want me to vote for one of them? Who are the options? Taha Amrani. Who's that? He's a 22-year-old French new gen. Holy smokes. He's okay, isn't he? I'd loan him. I'm not sure I could guarantee him first team football, but I'd loan him in for sure. I wouldn't take his wages, though. I wouldn't want to do City the favour. Nicolo Barella, 33 years old. Still got it, I think. Just about. Jude Bellingham, 27. The technicals really aren't that great. I mean, obviously they're very good, but it's his mental ability that's doing it, isn't it? Like, those are scary mentals. Kai Havertz of Bayern Munich. I should probably, very quickly, the ones we know exist. Barella, what's he done with his life? He's been at Inter since 2019. And he's put in a 7.3 or up every year since then. Holy smokes. Jude Bellingham is at Paris Saint-Germain, which is where he went from Dortmund in 2025 for £128 million. Kai Havertz went from Chelsea to Bayern for £161 million the year before. Kylian Mbappe, 31 years old. Again, you'd probably settle for him being in your side. Went from PSG to Manchester City for free in 2022. And has been there ever since. Again, 7.41 is his worst season. Martin Odegaard is at Bayern. Good player, 31, lacking a bit in technicals now, in physicals even. Arsenal signed him for 30 and then sold him in 2027 for £170 million. The money did get a bit silly, didn't it? Pedri at Man City. £128 million from Barcelona. Tolerably good player. Benjamin Sesko, still at PSG and occasionally playing for Slovenia and absolutely shredding Gibraltar a new one. £61 million from Bayern, who got him for free the year before. Well done. Sandro Tonali is 30. This, again, an awful lot of 15s, but only so many of the proper greens. And he's still at AC Milan. And Dusan Vlahovic is 30 and quite decent at Arsenal, where he went for £55 million. I've got to vote for some of them, have I? I reckon we'll say, how many man of the matches? 9 for Tonali, Mbappe, and let's go Barella for the other one. So, Tonali. You know what name I'm really glad isn't there? Anyone who's been here since FM20 knows what name I'm really glad. I've just put Tonali in twice. Whoops. Let's give it to Odegaard. Why not? Done. Easy. Right. Manager of the month, you say? Well, if I must. It's almost like I'm good at this. It's almost like I'm too good for this league. I don't really know. Come on, where's this group stage? We're seeded 4th. That's of 5, isn't it? We're not. Oh, it's of 6. We're 4th seeds of 6. We're gonna should get 2 easier teams than us, right? Bash out some teams. Oh, it's doing it from the bottom up. So we're in this pot now? Yes. So, I mean, the obvious answer is we want Kazakhstan, Liechtenstein, or Estonia, Faroe Islands. Automatic draw. Hungary. Lithuania. Gibraltar. We've got Montenegro. Oh dear. That's not the easy tie, is it? Montenegro, that's probably one of the toughest. In fact, I'm looking down, I reckon that probably is the toughest. That's inconvenient. Who are we going to get? I mean, I should be going through what the pots are, but Greece. I mean, it doesn't matter what the other 2 are because we're not going to beat them. So pop. The Netherlands and Sweden. Can you spell 5th? Now, let's not mess around. We've been lied to before. But, allegedly, we're getting a good wide midfielder and a good attacking midfielder and a top prospect in centre midfield. Citation needed. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it at this point, especially with this youth intake system. We might end up with the best team we've ever seen. We might end up with the worst. I mean, the odds aren't particularly favourable. We will take a close look at the new players at Europa and Lincoln come March and see if we can poach any of them. But seems unlikely, to be fair. But that's what it reckons we're going to do. We'll believe it when I see it. I'm just going to continue through from here and chatter away while we're at it. We've lost top spot to Europa. It's disgusting. I don't know how we've fallen behind those amateurs. And we're only behind them by 13 goals in 6 matches. I have built a monster. The problem is, like I say, the problem now with building a second monster is that they'll never be as good because become an established team past 1 year ahead of schedule. I am the special one. The problem is that Champions League football. No team apart from Europa is going to get Champions League football for a lot of years. And that money is obviously extremely important. Opposition instructions are good. Do we go defensive? Nah, that doesn't sound like us. We are putting Johnson up top this time because Ridley's going to play left wing on the grounds that we don't have any others. Because we've got a suspension for Simpson because, you know, it wouldn't be one of my teams if there weren't players getting suspended. Victor is in goal with Hart, Hopper, Serra and Yo along the back 4. Wells, Morrison and Heath in the middle. Redgrave and Ridley on the wings. Johnson and Cawthorne up top. I don't think it's a good enough side to face Lincoln, but then I didn't think we'd beat St. Joseph's either. We're not going to beat Lincoln. Come on now. The one thing I do need from you in the comments, if we're being honest, is I need you to tell me what I should do if a job such as Lincoln comes up. Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? I don't know the answer to that. If the job at Lincoln comes up, do I go? Because it's going to take a lot less time to fix them. But then we're here now, so God, a kickoff highlight. This is going to go well, isn't it? We are already here, and we've started the job. I don't know whether it's the right thing to move on. Scully's through 1-on-1. 19 seconds. That might be an answer if a Lincoln job comes up. Because the thing is, ultimately, Lincoln, they're going to get tired of finishing second every year. You know, I mean, I guarantee you that win the league is going to be in their job requirements. Victor gets his positioning all wrong. We need a goalkeeper. That's one thing we're really short of as a goalkeeper. I was half tempted to sign Bradley Banda, to be honest with you, but I didn't. Hart floats in a free kick. Heath's under it, hits it, and it's a great save from their keeper, Waller. Don't know that name. To keep an eye on him to see if he turns Gibraltarian. Heath with the corner. Drives it in well and it's headed away. Heath is jogging back and Murphy will easily... I mean, it's not even a race, is it? Yo wins it brilliantly off Murphy, though. I mean, Murphy's overrun it, but it's still a great tackle. And we survived the first 10 minutes, only 1 goal down. The other place, I think there's only 2 places I'd go. Lincoln or College. And I know College are right at the bottom of the league, which is why that job might come up. But we know we've already put some groundwork in for facilities. We know we've built them some facilities already. So we're that much closer to turning them into a professional side and turning them into a real team. Hart hits a free kick, and it's a great one, and it's a fantastic save by Waller. And you know what? Despite going 1-0 down after 20 seconds, it don't look bad. Heath drives in the corner, and it's headed away. Hopper will pick it up in the edge of the area, volley it that way, somewhere. Never mind. But we've had 7 shots, 4 on target. Apart from the fact they've scored 1, we look like we're doing really well. Victor short to Serra. I'm sure I turned that off, but never mind. Serra dinks it over to Redgrave, flicks it on to Cawthorne. Wells Morrison to Johnson. Wells Morrison out wide, Sparks intercepts, and Scully will set away to Murphy. But we're getting back in around them well as well, that's the thing. I know they're going to break us down, but with some teams that have just turned and run and scored, and we didn't allow that to happen at least. Randall to Sparks. And Redgrave is hassling brilliantly. Randall again. Scully round the corner to Sparks. That was a little easy. And that was also a little easy. Scully to finish it and makes it 2. And, you know, clinical finishing is the difference. And 1 goal each end of a half. He looks happy, doesn't he? Just standing there. It's good movement from Scully. He loses Hopper, but you have to say, if you watch it again, Scully loses Hopper rather than Hopper losing Scully. He does make some very intelligent movement that just confuses the defender. And again, quality. They're a full-time side. They're going to be better than us. Hands on hips. We might be losing, but I can see you care. Well, that didn't really work. Faith. The important thing is, don't let this ruin the morale. Because we got where we are now by winning like 8 friendlies in a row. That's how we got to where we are. Seze in plenty of space cuts it back to Sparks, and somehow their attack breaks down. Blocked away by Serra. Heath volleys it clear. Cawthorne doesn't win it, and Murphy will start again. Sparks drives in the cross, and Scully with the finish, and it is 3. And that's a little unfair. But he's very good. We need to find out more about him for international reasons. For reasons of an international nature, you will now be scouted. I mean, he looks big. And he's got very intelligent movement. Big. He's bloody huge. Hopper's not the tallest defender, but Scully is a head taller than him. If we can find him and then find Mulder as well. Come on, you knew I was gonna. He's English for now. How long's he been here? 500. Is 214 days left. He'll be Gibraltarian by the end of the year. He's from Bradford. He's going to be a player, isn't he? Yeah, we'll filter him. 15 goals and 23 appearances for Lincoln. We'll get him in the national side, no worries. Let's chuck an encourage out. Waller's going to take their goal kick. And to be fair, again, we created 3 chances. We just didn't score them. And yeah, I know that's kind of the important bit about this game, but Sparks is around the back of the back line. It's a good save from Victor. Look at it. Victor can make the occasional save. That's the other issue, isn't it? They've got a goalkeeper. We haven't. Sparks far in the corner, and it's headed away well. We can look at making changes. They're not going to help, but we can look at making them. 62nd minute. What improves this side? Dom Hawkins into the middle. Jake Brooks onto the left wing and Ridley up top. Let's try that. Another encourage, why not? Hart's taking a corner for us and it's headed away well by Vincent. Rickard is chasing it. Just chopping. Oh, he's tiny. Look at him. Oh, Apia Forson is in. Oh, hectares, acres. I mean, it's very good football, ultimately. Incisive, counter-attacking. It's exactly how I play when I've got a team that can do it. Brooks, I'm going to say, is probably the most to blame here in the grounds that I see him tracking a Fire Force and then turning away. But again, there's not a lot you can do when... Well, we'll do what it says there. We'll take Ridley off and put Taylor on up top. That's fine. There's 10 to play. 4-0 against Lincoln. It's right on the cusp of not being good enough, I would say. If you look at their actual performance, but they've had one more shot than us and 2 more on target. It's been quite an even game. It's just that they can finish and we can't. Disappointed. Go with disappointed, but no one seems desperately upset. We did. I liked a lot of what we did. It looks bad, but we just didn't get lucky. True. We'll see what tomorrow brings. There we go. Right, that'll do it. That's going to drop us to 3rd. Joint on points for the top, though. A game more played. That's not the point. We'll come back for probably these two. Oh, God. Europa and the Rock Cup. I don't want to show you Europa, to be honest with you. I might not. We're going into our summer break after the Man 62 game. Winter break, even. I might not show you Europa game, because it's just going to be me sitting here with my head on my fist like this, going, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. We're going to lose that game 7 or 8-0. No question. I might come back for the Rock Cup and then the first game of after the split. I think that's what I'm going to do. That'll probably be Europa as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up if you are new. Let me know what you think about the prospect of moving somewhere else before we've done a job here. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.